What up, everyone, and welcome back to my show, MoneyLine Plus. My name is Dakota, and here I'm gonna give you free advice on sports picks that are happening that day. If you enjoy my video, please hit that like and subscribe button. It's greatly appreciated. Now, last night recap. Um, I had the Mavs, Jazz, Nets, and Cavs. The Mavs won by six. I had them at 6.5 at the time of my show, and when the game started, they were some books had them at 5.5, some had them at six. So some people won it, some people pushed. Um, every book is different. I go based off FanDuel. I bet on DraftKings. I bet on BetMGM, PointsBet. But the information I for the lines I give are going to be off of FanDuel at the time of the show, which they will change by the end of the day, but it'd be somewhat close. So the Mavs, I ended up pushing. Some won, and if you got in early, you probably lost it. So yeah, it really just depends on when you got in on that line. The Jazz, I was off on that one. They got their ass beat. Just ran out of energy, made mistakes. That one pissed me off. Let's just keep going. Uh, Nets and the Spurs. It was a close game, like I thought. I didn't want to take the -4, even though they ended up covering. The Spurs went on a 10-0 run at the end of the game to take it into overtime. A crazy shot by Murray. Yeah, crazy. But the Nets held them off in overtime, ended up winning and covering. So I hit that money line bet. And the Cavs game was a close one the whole time. I didn't expect John Wall, or I didn't know if John Wall or Victor Oladipo would play or not. And they both played, and they still lost. The Rockets are terrible this year. They've lost like 12 in a row. I think might be 13 now. So yeah, I covered three of the four bets. The Jazz, I think, killed a lot of people. Um, so yeah, I hope I can keep the train rolling tonight, and get some more wins. So today I'm tipping off the show with the Wizards versus the Grizzlies. I have three plays for you. Okay. Um, the Wizards right now are +1, and that keeps changing. So it's like basically even money. But the Wizards +1 over under is 235.5. H. Smith is the only person out for the Wizards. And for the Grizzlies, Jaren Jackson still out. And Grayson Allen is going to be out with the concussion protocol. The Wizards right now, they're hot. Okay, they lost last game to the Celtics by 1 point, and if you saw the game, Bradley Beal almost hit the shot in the corner. It was crazy. But they lost by 1 point, and they won 7 out of the last 10. They're trending in the right direction. The Grizzlies, on the other hand, playing 500 basketball, very mediocre. I just don't know which way they're going right now. They're playing very stagnant, and so I just can't really trust them. Westbrook and Bill both should play tonight, and those two have really taken control of the Wizards and lit a fire under them recently. So being at home, I think the Wizards play a solid game and take care of the Grizzlies. My play here would be the Wizards +1. Next matchup, Knicks versus Spurs. The line right now is the Spurs -1.5. Over under is 214, and that the line opened up at 2.5, and now it's 1.5. That might even drop again. Injuries are the same for the Spurs. No one's hurt. They just haven't let go of COVID yet, including Derek White and Rudy Gay. The Knicks will be without their starting center again, Mitchell Robinson. Nothing new. Alfred Payton is listed as day-to-day, though. And the Spurs were shorthanded last night, but took the Nets into overtime. That's the Coach Pop effect, okay? They're going to play hard and play good games no matter what. Both teams are around 500 basketball, with the Knicks winning the last three games. Not against the Spurs, but just on a three-game win streak. And y'all know I hate teams on back-to-backs, especially if they just went into overtime. The Knicks play hard defense, and I don't expect anything less tonight against a short-handed Spurs team. So I do believe the Spurs will keep it close, but I believe in the fourth quarter, their legs are just going to give out. And so solely because of that, my play here is the Knicks +1.5. Now, you can take the money line, make a little extra money, but if they're giving you points, you take points, okay, all day. Bucks versus the Nuggets. Now, the line right now for this one is the Bucks -7.5. and the over under 235.5. The Nuggets have about 5 to 6 guys out. Gary Harris with a thigh, Jermichael Green shoulder, Paul Millsap with the knee, and R.J. Hampton out with COVID. The Bucks are as healthy as can be. They have 2 bench guys that aren't playing, but it's not people that you need to be concerned about. Again, the Nuggets are coming off a game last night and the second night of a back-to-back I don't like. And the Nuggets have won 2 straight, and they're playing a lot better recently. They're top 10 in points per game and points differential. But the Bucks have won 5 straight. They're top 5 in points per game, points differential, and rebounds. Drew Holiday changes this team completely, okay? Giannis is a great help side defender, all right? He's not a great on-ball defender. Jimmy Butler dropped 40 on him in a closeout game, all right, an elimination game in the playoffs. He's not a great on-ball defender. Drew Holiday is. He's one of the best on-ball defenders in the league, and he changes the whole outlook of his team, especially towards the end of games. They can give him the ball to run the offense, to get good looks for his teammates and himself, and he can shoot. So he's a difference maker for this team. With the Nuggets coming off a game last night and having to face a rested, healthy Bucks team, I would take the Bucks minus 7.5. That's going to be my play tonight. Now, the 7.5 might be a little high. So if you are going to parlay that one with any other games, I would just take the money line. Okay, you don't want to lose that just because they couldn't cover the 7.5. But I do feel like they should be able to. There's 3 other games on the slate tonight. I'm a bet on the Laker game. I just don't want to make you guys do that or have you guys do that. But I'm going to bet on the Laker game. I'm going to take them at plus 1.5 against the Suns, probably more because I'm a fan. But they are playing better basketball, so I do like the Lakers in that game. I would take the Clippers money line over the Celtics and the Heat money line over the Hawks. Hawks are trash, and the Clippers 2 stars are better than the Celtics 2 stars to me. So a recap of my actual plays tonight is going to be the Wizards plus 1, the Knicks plus 2.5, and the Bucks minus 7.5. Yeah, I hope I hit on these picks again tonight. I've been doing pretty good so far the last week, and more than anything, I hope you got some good info from this video. So please hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't. And yeah, good luck tonight. I hope you win some money.